Tonya Harding's dance party will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following episode of Almost Live.
To say it has just been, thank you so much, thank you. It's been quite a week here in the Great Northwest, and I guess thanks to Tonya Harding, Oregon is now losing that mellow image that they've had for so long. No longer the mellow state. You want me to pay sales tax? Whoa! No tickets to the Dead show? I'm just saying, I'll just say this. Bob Packwood, message to you, you better watch out real quick. Next time you visit your home state, I'd say watch out. Of course, I do have to say that there is a silver lining in the tragedy of this, this attack on Nancy Kerrigan. There's a good side to it, that figure skating is finally attracting a big male audience. Now that it's a contact sport, which I think is good. If they could just, oh good, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, we like that, yeah, right. I guess if they could only do something for synchronized swimming, something like maybe, drop some toasters in the pool while they're doing it, something like that. What would they do? I don't know. Could add to that. Anyway, Oregon, no longer mellow. Meanwhile, up here in our great state, this was the week that Governor Lowry had to give his State of the State address, which everybody's really excited about that. Lowry's traveled all over the state this year. He looked around. Now it's the time to share his observations. The speech wasn't on television, but we thought you might enjoy some of the excerpts from Mike Lowry's State of the State address. So here are some of them. For example, he thinks Centralia is still a good spot for a pee break, which no surprise there. A safe one. Good observation, Mike. Also said if you took the E out of Boeing, it would be Boeing. Something that's interesting. Also, a word of warning, some of the women dancing at the Vogue aren't really women. Mike also said, for my money, Julie Francavilla is a flat-out fox. All right. He also said, hey, he went for a pop after the Sonics game. What the hell happened to Jake's? Everybody wants to know. Another thing he said, is it just me, or is the town of Roslyn getting a little big for its britches? And finally, that new Red Hook goes down like Kool-Aid. That's Mike Lowry's observation. Okay. It's an interesting speech, actually. But we're ready. It's a good state of the state. We're ready for another great year in the state, and here at Almost Live. As you know, we're always trying to help you, our audience, and if you happen to be sitting home on a Saturday night wondering how to work that whole dating routine that just seems to have failed you tonight, we've got something just for you. Take a look. Take a look. Almost Live training film number 217, How to Go on a Date. Part 1, the announcement, female style.
Oh, I said I would go out with that Pete guy. I can't believe it. That's great. No, that's good news.
The female's friend tries to convince her she'll have a good time.
Oh, it's a good decision. You're going to have a great time. Yes, you are.
The announcement, male style.
All right, thanks, man.
Oh, hey, I'm going out with that girl from that I met at Tom's party that I was telling you about.
Which one?
Carol.
Tonight?
Yeah.
No, we got the tickets to the game.
The male's friend tries to convince him not to go.
I blow her off.
No, I said I'd go out. I'm not going to blow her off.
Go there. Go.
I am going to go.
Part 2, preparation. The female makes a detailed search through every article of clothing that she owns, eventually deciding that she has absolutely nothing to wear and must go to Nordstrom to get something new. The male also searches through all of his clothes and discovers that what he has on is just fine. The female gets her hair just right. So does the male. Part 3, accessories. Condoms, mace. Part 4, first impressions.
Hi.
Hi.
Important rule, never say the first thing that comes into your mind.
Oh, he wore a hat at the party.
Ooh, boy, that's a baggy top. It's hard to tell.
Come on in. I'll get my jacket.
Okay.
And then we'll go.
Sure.
Okay.
The male searches the room for danger signs. You a Michael Bolton fan?
Oh, no. It's my roommate.
Part 5, awkward small talk in the movie line.
So you like movies?
Yeah. You?
Oh yeah.
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 Good conversation topics include Seinfeld, golden retrievers, and food. Bad topics include lesions, anecdotes from your 12-step group, and that lying little bitch who's gonna pay for the hell she put me through. Part 6, boring movie, nervous dinner, drive home.
So, okay. Well, it was great.
Yeah,
It was great. Yeah.
it was. It was fun.
Good time.
The male checks to see if there will be sex tonight.
So you got to get up early tomorrow, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I had fun. I did.
Yeah.
The female gives the please go home now tap on the back.
I'll talk to you, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Good night.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Bye.
Part 7, debriefing. The female is evasive.
So how was it? Well, do you like him? You guys gonna see each other again? Did you eat dessert in front of him?
The male lies.
In the car?
Oh yeah, man, my neck is just
God, kill him, Bud. Oh, this has been a successful date. All right, stay with us. We've got a great show, and we'll be right back. No! Oh!
Promotional consideration for Almost Live provided by Ballard Computer in Seattle, Kirkland, Tacoma, Mount Vernon, and South Center.
Welcome to another edition of The Collector with your host, Bob Bobbin.
Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Collector. I am Bob Bobbin, and once again asking you the question, is there gold in your garbage? That's right, gold in your garbage. You see this old New York Giants stocking hat that my neighbor tossed into the garbage? Well, after he put his trash cans out on the curb, I went back out there and I rummaged through it all and I grabbed the hat here. Why did I do that? Because this hat is going to pay my daughter's way through college. Maybe not an expensive school like Harvard or Yale, but Central or Western? You betcha. And you all know famous NBA basketball coach Pat Riley. Well, a friend of mine knows somebody at a hotel, and, well, I want you to just take a look at this. This is an actual pillow that Pat Riley slept on. Now, let me tell you something. This is valuable. And do not forget this. With a little initiative, you can make your own collectible, like this truly one-of-a-kind item. This is a 6-hour videotape made by a real TV fanatic that includes all the highlights of the Chevy Chase show. And the great thing about this is it only takes up about the first 3 minutes, so that leaves 5 hours and 57 minutes of perfectly good tape. You can tape something else with it. Now it's time to see what the collectors in our audience have found and determine if they indeed are sitting on their own little gold mines. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I have a magazine that has an interview with Pearl Jam singer Eddie Vedder.
Well, gee, you know, Eddie's done so many magazine interviews, there really isn't much value in keeping something like that.
Yeah, but in this one he's really coherent and makes a lot of sense.
That is rare. You hang on to that. You hang on to that. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, Bob. I have a bullet fired from a gun that Shannon Doherty owned.
Well, that's great, but, you know, pretty much everybody's got one of those these days. Sorry to disappoint you. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, please.
Yes, these are some 200-year-old dried roses that the Emperor Napoleon gave to his wife Josephine.
No, that's no good. That's no good.
Damn.
I'm sorry, ma'am. The director was telling me something there. Now, what was your question? Something was eating her. How about you, sir?
Yeah, what about the Seattle Times?
Well, I think that certain big dates, important dates in history are obviously worth a little bit of money, if that's what you mean.
Do you subscribe to the Times at home?
Well, no, I don't. Why?
Well, because if you subscribe now, you'll get the next 6 weeks of the Times for half off the regular price.
You know something? I can spot a really good bargain, and my answer to that is, sir, why don't you just hit the bricks and get on out of here? Take your paper with you. Next, young man, yes.
Yes, I have a ticket stub here from a Seattle Seahawks playoffs game.
Oh boy, you be careful with that. That's got to be pretty old and pretty brittle, I'm imagining. In fact, you might want to go ahead and have that laminated, young man.
I will.
Yes. Good luck to you, and hang on to that. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, howdy, I'm Rick from Monroe, and I was wondering how much this coffee mug with the funny saying on it would be worth.
Well, with coffee in it, about 50 cents.
You're kidding, really? You know where I could get some coffee?
No, I don't. Yes, sir, you have another question, do you?
Yeah, I was wondering, that Seattle Times offer, does that include Sundays as well?
You betcha. Absolutely. Really? Sunday, and the Daily for half off the regular price.
All right. That's all the time we have for the collector. Remember, sometimes there's gold in your garbage, and sometimes there's just garbage in your gold. Good night, everybody.
Studio amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music. Now open in Tacoma.
Coming up this week on the Incredibly Condescending Show.
We'll be talking to a 65-year-old woman who knows how to use a computer. Look! So great. You know, you're not 65 years old. You are 65 years young. Yes, you are.
No, I'm 65 years old.
No, young.
No, old.
No, young.
Old.
Young.
Old.
Young.
Old.
Young.
And then come along when we hang out with a young punk couple who aren't rude or violent. You guys gonna hurt me, shoot me with a gun? Gonna take some drugs, try and shock us?
No.
Aren't these kids great?
Or how about a guy from Enumclaw who can actually talk about the works of Nathaniel Hawthorne? Go ahead.
Well, many modern-day readers find the works of Hawthorne to be passé to their... What?
Oh, it's so cute how you talk like that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, anyway, I think you'll find in works like The Scarlet Letter that there is a lot of...
He's a hick, and he's talking about literature.
I'm sorry?
Never mind. He's so adorable. Oh, I just want to grab your little cheeks and go like that. You're so man's face.
And we'll talk to a courageous, mobilely challenged lady in a wheelchair who can actually sing. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Whether I'm right.
How do you do that? You know, if I were in a wheelchair, I could never sing. And you're a woman. You are such an inspiration. Give me a hug.
No.
Come on, give me a hug. Come on.
No.
Oh. Come on.
So join us for all that and more, like the white guy we found who's really good at basketball.
And we'll show you a little tiny guy, he's only about 5'4", runs a really big company. That's next time on The Incredibly Condescending Show.
Good evening and welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Well, Sean Eric Eckert, the bodyguard for ice skater Tanya Harding, was arrested Thursday for his alleged involvement in the plot to injure skater Nancy Kerrigan. Arresting officers said that Eckert put up a fuss at first, but he went along quietly after being told that jail food was pretty good and you can go back for as much as you want. A Mercer Island home has been egged 10 times since last September. Police investigators say the attacks may be related to the huge sign on the front lawn that reads, "Egg me." Well, House Speaker Tom Foley is challenging the state's new term limit bill in court. Asked why he's against a limit on a politician's years in office, Foley said, "Years? I thought they said ears." Well, Franklin High School has a new truancy program which says that if you have 12 unexcused absences in a semester, you flunk. And to add insult to injury, the flunking notice will be personally delivered by Ed McMahon. The State Department of Health has issued a brochure that compares the fees that different hospitals in the area charge. They found that Enumclaw Hospital is the cheapest for strokes, pneumonia, and getting your head unstuck from a milk pail. Senator Slade Gorton's approval ratings have dropped to 43%. The senator received further bad news this week when a poll showed that 68% of Americans thinks Mrs. Paul makes better fish sticks than he does. It turns out that former King County executive Tim Hill worked one day in 1994 so that he could qualify for an extra $71,000 in retirement benefits. In his own defense, though, Hill points out that he did not take a lunch break. Finally, Northern Exposure's Morty the Moose died last week near the campus of Washington State University. Yeah. Doctors at the School of Veterinary Medicine said that at first they thought it was due to a vitamin deficiency, but later found a suicide note in the moose's handwriting. It read, quote, "I can't believe I'm living in Pullman." This has been the John Report. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Excuse me, what's the first thing you think of when I say IRA?
Money, a retirement account.
Irish terrorists with masks and bombs.
Yeah, but it means individual retirement account. Saving money for your future?
Yeah, but he said, what's the first thing you think of? And I think of guys with masks and bombs running around Belfast.
You know what's interesting? They're both right. For years, there's been nothing but confusion when you mention the letters IRA. Are we talking about money, or are we talking about terrorism? Well, now, First Bank of Washington is making it all easier to understand. It's the new IRA. You save money for your own retirement, and the interest you generate helps supply arms to the freedom fighters in Northern Ireland. When it's finally time for you to retire and reap the benefits of your IRA, you'll get all your money, plus a special thank you from the IRA, informing you of what your IRA dollars have helped the IRA to accomplish. So check out First Bank of Washington's IRA, and end the confusion today.
The IRA from First Bank of Washington. Member FDIC, IRA.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, We just so enjoyed doing the show for you this week, and just due to the just absolutely massive demand from just people calling in everywhere, that we've just started after 10 years our almost live merchandise. Look at this. Look, it's in designer black, and it's got this sort of surfer style with the almost live on the back. And look at this. It's Billy Kwan. It's the absolutely awesome Billy Kwan shirt that I believe if you wear this, you get in free to every club in town. Is that the deal? Is that deal? No, oh, maybe that's no longer. And on the back, it says, "Be like Billy, behave yourself," which I believe, you know, is I believe a special code word. There's the free 800 number. Yeah, it's free, but the shirts aren't free, so call it. And I guess we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.